Well, despite a ban in February on cryptocurrency trading in Nigeria, transactions across peer-to-peer platforms have soared from $33 million to $44 million in August. To counter that, Nigeria's central bank has decided to launch its own digital currency, the E-naira, later this year. Well, let's get some more analysis on Nigeria's decision to launch its own e-currency. Joining us from Lagos is Abayomi Michael, Chief Executive of the Asset and Equity Group. Good to have you with us on Counting the Cost, Abayomi. Why has there been such a strong take-up of cryptocurrencies in emerging markets in particular compared to established markets?
Nigeria is leading in terms of adoption for crypto, but then the edict that the regulators have regarding crypto generally is the control, okay? Regulators want to regulate, but then crypto does not really have so much ways around regulation. So, it's more of a cat and dog kind of situation. So it's put on hold right now, not like it's entirely out of the market, or not that it's entirely not in use at all in Nigeria, but people still more or less find their way around using crypto. But then officially, it's put on hold right now.
So Nigeria plans to launch its own e-currency. How do they differ from electronic payments that we're currently making?
It's going to be the Naira minted by the Central Bank of Nigeria directly. So the major difference between the E-naira today and the electronic payment system that we already have in the country is that the wallet system that powers the E-naira will be managed directly by the Central Bank of Nigeria. So the Central Bank will be in charge of producing, minting, and distribution of E-naira, as against situation where most payment systems are managed, controlled, and more or less monitored by licensed payment system switches or operators within the Nigerian economy.
And do you think the people of Nigeria will actually embrace E-naira as their means of savings and transactions, or are they just going to continue to use decentralized cryptocurrencies?
Why do people love decentralized currency in the first place? So people have shown or have demonstrated to be much more interested in anonymity, in less disclosure, not having to go through too much verification or too much restrictions as to when payment is to be initiated. So I see a little bit of some level of reluctance in user adoption, but then it's the government, and when the government puts something to law, it's the law. And I listened to one of the directors of payments at the CBN recently at a conference saying it will be mandatory for anyone to accept the E-naira, because the E-naira is just as much as your normal traditional Naira notes. There will still be some level of resistance because people don't want to disclose so much. People want some form of liberty when it comes to international transactions, offshore remittances, and the rest of it.
And if the country has to devalue its currency again at some point in the future, presumably that would impact the e-currency too.
Whatever happens at the international market to Naira, definitely will definitely have some ripple effect on the normal E-naira or whatever currency we choose to use. Whether we change it in the future or not, it is still going to have the same impact across board.
And what impact would the use of an e-currency have on the financial sector of an economy?
The electronic currency definitely will bring down cost within the financial system. Of course, because the cost of printing money is also a cost, and the cost of managing distribution and of course transportation of cash. All these are costs associated with money, which when eliminated or which when reduced, of course, will transfer or will translate to reduction in major costs to users or say customers of banks and other financial institutions. So generally, cost comes down, security is strengthened, and of course, there are other cross-border benefit that e-currency might have on the financial system. For instance, Nigeria is leading the game in e-currency right now. Nigeria will be the first African country to issue the e-currency. I believe very soon Ghana is going to issue theirs. So I believe if Ghana has their e-currency and Nigeria has e-currency, it will be easier for a Nigerian to trade with a Ghanaian.
Abayomi, it's been great to talk to you. Many thanks indeed for being with us on Counting the Cost.
All right, thank you. Thanks for having me.
And that is our show for this week. If you'd like to comment on anything that you've seen, you can get in touch with us. You can tweet me. I'm at A Finnegan on Twitter. Please use the hashtag AJCTC or drop us a line. Countingthecost@aljazeera.net is our email address. As always, there's plenty more for you online at aljazeera.com/CTC. That takes you straight to our webpage, and there you'll find entire episodes for you to catch up on. But that's it for this edition of Counting the Cost. I'm Adrian Finnegan from the whole team. Thanks for joining us. The news on Al Jazeera is next.